Hi and welcome to another video of Made by Siem. Today I'm going to show you guys how you can make these cute little baskets. It's almost Easter, so you can use them as your little Easter baskets to make for your kids or make for yourself and fill them up with the chocolate Easter eggs or whatever you like. I filled this one up with a little cute bowl, 7 little cute bowls of scheepjes katona. So you can also put them on your desk. Just use them as you like. For now, please enjoy watching the video. For this tutorial, I'm going to use this macrame, I don't know how to pronounce it, that yarn. It is a 100% polyester, 100 grams, 64 meters. And this is from a shop in the Netherlands, and I got these from one of my followers. So I thought to use it into this video. But if you want to use any other macrame yarn, it's fine too, or any thick cotton. You can also use this yarn. This is from Ice Yarns. It's the macrame cord. It's also 100% polyester. It's slightly thinner than this yarn, but then I would recommend to use a thinner hook size, or just go 1 hook size down, 4 millimeter. I'm going to use a 5 millimeter. If you have a tight tension, I would suggest to use a 5.5 millimeter. But everyone has a different tension, so feel free to use half a hook size up. Then a darning needle with a large eye and a pair of scissors. Now, if you want to add some extra things like buttons, labels or whatsoever, feel free to do that as well. I decided to go for this blue one because I'm not really keen on yellow, but and I also have the hot pink one already, so yeah, I'm going for the light blue one. 1 skein is enough for the whole basket. Okay, starting off by making a magic ring, magic circle. Leave a little bit of a tail end so you can sew it in easier later on. Then lay your yarn like this over your hand. I find it really hard to pronounce the word well, you know what I mean. Just like that. I can hear you pronounce it. Just lay it down like that. Then bring it back on the back side of your hand, straight down. So like half across here. Back straight down on the back side of your hand. And finish the cross by doing this and straight down on the other side. I hope it makes sense. Okay? Then get your hook facing the hook down. Go underneath your first strand of yarn. Grab your second strand of yarn and put it underneath your first one. And at this point, you're going to turn the hook back up. And what you see is that you have a little twist here, and the loop is on your hook. Then you have 2 strands right there. Go on the underneath the first one, grab it and pull through the loop on your hook. There you go. So now you have your magic ring, magic circle. And you also did a chain 1 to secure the circle. Okay? Now into the ring we need 14 double crochet. The first double crochet we're going to replace that by just crocheting 3 chains. We already have 1, so we're going to add 2 chains. Now we have 3 chains. Yarn over, into the circle another 13 double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook in the circle, grab your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Next one, yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, grab your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now you have 3 double crochet. 4, 5. In total we need 14 double crochet into the ring. I'll see you guys as soon as I'm right there. And if you find it really hard to do the magic ring, then just do a chain of 4 and slip stitch into the very first of the chain 4 to form a ring. And then start off by chaining 3 for your very first double crochet. Right? Alright, I have 14 double crochets, and what I just did in my Dutch video, I just pulled on my yarn tail just like that, and so I closed the circle right there. Okay, alright, we have 14 double crochet, and now we're going to close this round by slip stitching into the third of the beginning chain right there. So 1, 2, 3, insert your hook, grab your yarn and pull through. And that's it for round number 1. Round 2. In round 2 we're going to increase our stitches, because this will be the bottom of the basket and it needs to be a little wider, and by putting 2 double crochet in each of the stitches of round number 1, we will still have a flat circle, and that is what we want. So we're going to start off this round with a chain 3, and the chain 3 replaces the first double crochet. Then yarn over. Here are the first chain 3 of round number 1, and this is also where we just slip stitched in. We're going to insert our hook in the same space there where we just slip stitched in, and this is where we make our second double crochet. Now into the next stitch we're going to crochet 2 double crochets. Be sure that you work underneath 2 strands of yarn or under the V stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook underneath 2 strands, so here is the V. Yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's 1. We need another one in the same stitch. And this is what we do all the way around. 2 double crochet in each stitch. 1 and 2. Next stitch. 1 and 2. All the way around until you are at the very beginning of this round. At the very end of round number 2. Now, it can be a little confusing because some people think that this little loop here is an extra stitch as well. But it isn't. It actually is the slip stitch of your previous round. Now, what you can do is have a look at your very first 2 stitches here. These 2 stitches go into this stitch. See, this one, and here we have 2. Okay, Then if you go one stitch back, which is the very last stitch, so this one is covered. When you see the very last stitch of the previous round, it is right here. Then we have 2 stitches into that stitch as well. So there is not a stitch between these 2 stitches. So this stitch, well, this one is not the stitch that we need to work in. Okay? Then close the round by slip stitching into the 3rd of the chain 3 at the very beginning of this round. So insert your hook, grab your yarn and put it through the loop on your hook. And that's the very end of round number 2, round 3. We still need to increase the stitches to make the bottom of the basket. If we're going to stop increasing stitches at this point, the basket will go up like that, and we want to have on the bottom of the basket, we would like to have a flat circle. So chain 3 for your very first double crochet. This one is the double crochet or the chain 3 of the previous round, and here right above these we have just crocheted the chain 3 of this round. Now we're not going to work anymore into that stitch. We're going to the next one, which is this one, and into this stitch we will be making a increase stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook underneath 2 strands of yarn and double crochet into that stitch. Now to make the increase, we're going to crochet another double crochet into the same stitch. So if you count the chain 3 as your very first double crochet, you have 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and that will be the repeat of this round. So into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet into the next stitch, 1, 2, and then again in the next one, 1 double crochet, and in the next stitch 2 double crochet. And repeat 1 and 2 in the next. 1, oops, need some more yarn, and 2. Okay, and this is what you do all the way around until you're here. At the very end of round number 3, you should have 42 double crochet stitches. Into the first one here, this is the first one, and this one, we have 1 stitch. Here is just nothing. This is the last stitch of the round number 2, and we have 2 double crochets into this stitch. So between these stitches there is nothing. This is not a stitch. This is this one. This is not a stitch. Insert your hook into the 3rd of the chain 3 at the beginning of this round. Grab your yarn and slip stitch. Then this round we stop increasing. So what we do is we're going to crochet 1 stitch in each of the stitches of the previous round. We start off with a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now there's something else we're going to do in this round. We're not working underneath both strands of yarn. This is what we usually do. We work underneath 2 strands of yarn. But this round we're going to crochet underneath the back loop only. This is the front loop, and This one is the back loop. So we're going to crochet double crochets in the back loop only. So yarn over, insert your hook underneath the back loop only, grab your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So if you have a closer look, you see that your stitch is just around the back loop, because this is the front loop. Okay? And this is what you repeat for the whole round. Just double crochets into the back loop only. I will see you guys at the very end of this round. My very last stitch, which is a double crochet back loop only, and now I have 42 double crochets in the back loop only. 1, 2 into the third of the chain 3 at the beginning of this round, a slip stitch. If you put down your basket on a flat surface, this is what you should have. Okay? Next round. This round is a single crochet only. Chain 1, go back into the very third of the chain 3, the one where we just slip stitched in, and make a single crochet. So insert your hook, grab your yarn, you have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. Next one, underneath 2 strands of yarn, grab your yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Insert the hook, grab your yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is a single crochet. This is what you do all the way around, and as soon as you are at the very end of this round, you should have 42 single crochet stitches. At the very end of my single crochet round, I'm going to close the round by inserting my hook underneath 2 strands of yarn of the very first single crochet at the beginning of the round. Grab your yarn, pull through and pull through the loop on your hook. Now, this round will be one of the repeat rounds. Chain 1. Now into the stitch where we just closed the very last round, the single crochet round, and the very first single crochet of the previous round, we will be making a double crochet. Just a normal double crochet underneath 2 strands of yarn. That's it. Now, as you can see, this single crochet is right above this double crochet. See? Double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. They all belong together. Next one. Next stitch is a single crochet. We're not going to work into the single crochet this time. We're going to work around the post of this stitch. So your next stitch is the single crochet. The single crochet is into this double crochet. So yarn over, and we're going to crochet a front post, a double crochet around this one. So yarn over, insert your hook at the side here of your stitch, go back of the stitch and come up on the other side of the stitch. So your stitch is in front of your loop, your hook. See? Then yarn over, pull this one underneath your double crochet, pull a little higher to give it some space, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, next one. We worked in this one. This is the next stitch. The stitch right above is this one. This time we're going to work into the single crochet. So this is the stitch we need. Double crochet into the single crochet. Next stitch is a single crochet, but we're going to work into the double crochet right there. So not into this stitch, but go down, and this is the stitch we're going to work in. Yarn over, insert your hook on the side of your stitch, go back to stitch and come back up on the other side of your stitch. Yarn over, pull through, pull the stitch a little higher, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. This is the next double crochet. We're going to work in the single crochet that belongs to the double crochet. That's this one. A regular double crochet into that stitch. And this is what we will repeat for this round. So next stitch is a single crochet. This is the double crochet, yarn over, make a front post double crochet around this stitch. Don't forget to pull the stitch a little higher. Next stitch, double crochet. Next stitch, front post double crochet. Next stitch, double crochet. And if you're crocheting this stitch for your very first time, it might be hard to find the stitches. Just give yourself some time to learn how to make this stitch. Okay, so just like I just told you, have a look at your work, see where you are, find the stitch and use that stitch to work in or around. Okay, that is the only way that you learn how to crochet this stitch. Next one is a single crochet. We need to work in the stitch below that one, so yarn over, front post double crochet around that stitch. And that is all there is to it for this round. So I'll see you guys at the very end of this round right there. Your very last stitch of this round should be a front post double crochet. Now insert your hook into the very first double crochet at the beginning of this round, not into the chain one, but underneath the 2 strands of the V of your double crochet. There you go, and make a slip stitch just like I just showed you guys. Now this is an easy round, a single crochet round. Chain 1 and single crochet into the same stitch, and single crochet in all the stitches around. All single crochet stitches, just 1 stitch in 1 stitch. At the very end of this round you should have, big loop, you should have 42 single crochet stitches. 42 single crochet. Slip stitch into the very first single crochet at the beginning of this round, then chain 1. Now this will be a round with double crochet and front post double crochet again. We're going to start off with a front post double crochet around the double crochet right there. Now, if you pull the stitches a little aside, here you have the chain 1. This is the chain 1. Don't work in that one. It's just nothing. Then right there you see a loop right there. That is one of the 2 loops of your double crochet here. So don't work into that space, but go underneath there. So not this, not this, but this is the one you need. Okay? So just did chain 1, yarn over, go to the stitch right there, go on the side of the stitch, at the back of the stitch, and come back up on the other side of the stitch. Yarn over, pull through, pull a little on your loop to get it a little higher, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Next stitch. Here you have a single crochet. The stitch right beneath the single crochet is a front post double crochet. We're going to alternate the stitches. So where we did a front post double crochet, then you should work into the single crochet and make a regular double crochet. It makes sense in a minute. Next one. The next stitch is a single crochet, and underneath here we have a regular double crochet. That means that we're going to make a front post double crochet around the regular double crochet. So yarn over, front post double crochet around that stitch. Next stitch, single crochet. The stitch beneath the single crochet is a front post double crochet. So we're going to crochet a normal regular double crochet into the single crochet. Okay? Next stitch is again a single crochet. Beneath the single crochet is a regular double crochet. So a front post double crochet right there. Next stitch, of course, a single crochet, but we need to look at the stitch beneath that one. Can you see what kind of stitch this is? Yes, it is a front post double crochet. So that means a regular double crochet into the single crochet. Okay, single crochet, a normal double crochet, so around the normal double crochet, a front post double crochet. I really do hope it makes sense. I hope that you understand what the meaning of this stitch is. What you're supposed to do, not the meaning, what you're supposed to do. I don't know. I hope you understand me at all. Okay, so the next one is a double crochet and a front post double crochet around the next one. This is what you do all the way around until I'm right back here, and then I'm going to tell you that you need to crochet another single crochet round, but I'll be back to tell you again. All right, I'll see you in a minute, guys. At the very end of the round, there you go, last stitch done. We started this round off with a front post double crochet, so that means that we need to end with a regular double crochet. And we did, because remember what I told you at the very beginning of this round, this here is just a chain 1. And this loop here is just the loop of the slip stitch. So into the top of the front post double crochet at the beginning of the round, a slip stitch to close off this round. Now, an easy round, chain 1 and 1 single crochet in each of the next 42 stitches. So single crochet, single crochet. Well, we've done that before, so I assume that this round will not be too difficult for you. So a single crochet in each of the next, in all the stitches of this round. And in total of 42. I'll see you guys at the very end of the round. And the very end of the round, slip stitch into the first single crochet, then chain 1, and then we're going to have a look at the stitch right there beneath the single crochet. What we see right here, the very first stitch, is a front post double crochet, which means we're going to make the opposite stitch, or the other stitch, not the front post double crochet, but a regular double crochet into the single crochet. Next one, this is the one we're having a look at. It is a normal double crochet, so a front post double crochet around it. There you go. Next one, front post double crochet, so into the single crochet a double crochet. Next, normal double crochet, which means a front post double crochet. Next one, front post double crochet, so into the single crochet a normal double crochet. And this is what you do all the way around. Just have a look what you did, not in the row before this one, because that is the single crochet row, but the row before that. So if you see a normal double crochet, just a regular double crochet, then you know that you need to crochet around that double crochet and make a front post double crochet. If you see a front post double crochet, you need to work into the single crochet, you need to work a normal double crochet into it. I hope it makes sense. Oops, I did it wrong. Front post double crochet, and the next one a double crochet. And this is what you do all the way around. When you are at the end of the round, I'll be back to show you guys what to do next. At the end of the round, my very first stitch of this round was a regular double crochet. The last one is a front post double crochet. I'm gonna close the round off with a slip stitch into the very first double crochet at the beginning of the round. Now, this round is an easy round. Chain 1 and 1 single crochet in each stitch of this round. Just a single crochet. At the end of the round, you should have a 42 single crochet. At the very end of the round, slip stitch into the first single crochet, chain 1, and this will be the last round of this basket with regular double crochet and front post double crochets. Yarn over. We're going to have a look at the double crochet stitches before the single crochet row. This is a normal front post double crochet, so we need a this is normal double crochet, so we need a front post double crochet. Yarn over. Now this stitch, it can easily be skipped, so be careful. Front post double crochet, so we need a double crochet into the single crochet. Next, front post double crochet. Well, just like we did in the rows before. It's just basically the same. I'll see you guys at the very end of this round for our last single crochet round. See you in a minute. At the end of this round, slip stitching into the very first stitch, which is a front post double crochet, then chain 1 and a single crochet round. So in every stitch of the previous round, 1 single crochet. I'll see you guys at the end of this round. At the very end of this round, slip stitching into the very first single crochet at the beginning of the round. And now we're about to start the last round of the basket before we start with the handle. Dutch word is hangsel. So there's not too much of a difference, but well. All right. Just before we start the handle, right there. Okay. I forgot to mention that I'm going to use a stitch marker. I got a beautiful one with a picture of me and my fiance. There you go. She made that one for me, and I think it's a very special stitch marker. So it's always nearby here in my yarn room. Right, so we just slip stitch. We're going to skip the one that we just slip stitched in. We're going to the next one. Then insert your hook, grab your yarn, and pull through. Now this is the stitch where I'm going to place the stitch marker. You don't have to, but you might find it easier to use one as well. There you go. Look at the beautiful, I just love this one. Okay, well, next one, insert your hook, grab your yarn, pull through. Don't do this too tight or too loose. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, pull up the stitch a little, just like that, and then pull it through. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, and pull through. That's basically all you have to do in this very last round of the basket. I'll see you guys again at in the beginning of this round, or at the end of the round. Yeah, let's say at the end of the round. There you go, look how beautiful that is. Love it, love it, love it. At the very end of this round, I have 41 slip stitches, and that is basically because we started here and didn't do a slip stitch in the same stitch, but skipped that one and went to the next one, and therefore you have 41 stitches. Okay, now insert your hook into the stitch that actually isn't the stitch and make another slip stitch. You can skip it, because eventually it will look like you end up having 43 stitches. But I tried it, and I didn't like it if at this point I was going to skip it. So therefore I'm just going to do the slip stitch. It is up to you, just do what you prefer to do. Now I'm not closing this round by slip stitching into the next stitch, but I'm going to pull through. Cut the yarn, I already did that. But we're going to cut the yarn. I already did that in my Dutch video. So pulling it through. Then get your darning needle with the large eye. Try to weave your yarn through. Won't be easy if it is as thick as mine. Take your stitch marker out. And what you do is go from the back of the stitch, so from inside to the outside, underneath 2 strands of yarn, just like that, and then go back to the stitch we just did, that one. And now it looks like it is a stitch, but it actually isn't. See? And therefore it will look like you have 43 stitches, but this will close up really nice, and that's why I decided to do it like this. Okay, and then go to the inside of your basket and weave in all the ends. Just a little tip for you guys. As you can see, this yarn does ravel a little. See? And that's because it is a chain yarn. Now, when you weave in your ends and you find out that it's starting to wave, or you're not able to get it through your darning needle, what you can do is get yourself a lighter. This is a 100% polyester yarn, and it doesn't, well, cotton doesn't ravel that much, so, but this yarn does. So if you have the same problem and it is a polyester yarn, it is basically a kind of plastic. So when you hold the flame of your lighter, just like that, you see it melts. See? There you go. So, okay, start off with a little bit of a long tail end, because we need to have a longer tail end to sew the handle onto our basket. Okay, and mine is from the top of my finger until my wrist. That's the length that I have. Then start off with a slip knot on your hook and chain 2. 1, 2. Now go back to the first of the chain 2, insert your hook and make a single crochet in it. As you can see, we have a little loop right there. Turn your work a little forward and you will have that loop facing you. Insert your hook, and it might be tight, but try to insert your hook underneath that loop. There you go. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Now turn your work a little bit like that. As you can see, you have 1 and 2 loops on this side. The one we just did was our only single loop. From now on, you only will be working underneath 2 loops, underneath 2 strands of yarn. So insert your hook there, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Don't crochet too tight. If your work is too tight, you won't be able to insert your hook underneath the 2 strands of yarn, and I would like to advise you to go a hook size up. Now, as you can see, if you turn it a little like that, you see the 2 strands of yarn right there. See them? You can use your thumb to push them onto your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Turn your work a little. There are your 2 loops. Underneath, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Turn. Here are your loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Turn. Basically, you're just making a single crochet through these 2 loops. That's what you do. If you find this really hard and it wasn't completely clear to you, I do have a video of the Romanian cord, and I made a keychain using the same technique, and I'll put the link to that video at the very end of this video. So if you might find this hard, you can have a look at that video too. Just keep on going until you reach the desired length or when you run out of yarn. You can also make this one in a contrasting color, which is all completely up to you. I'm not going to tell you guys at the very end how many of these stitches I did. I'm going to tell you how many of these loops on the side I have, but basically it is all up to the size that you like to have, so don't worry about it. Okay, mine is long enough. I just measured it over my basket. I'm gonna be sure that I have a little bit of an overlay on this side and a little bit of an overlay on that side, just like that. And then this is the length of my basket. The other one, it was a little larger, but I like this one too, so it's all up to you. I also almost ran out of yarn. I could do a few more, but well, I don't want to. To close off this cord, this time I'm going to do it like this: underneath 2 strands of yarn, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, turn your work, go to the other side with the 2 loops underneath, insert your hook underneath the 2 loops, yarn over and pull through all 3, then chain 1, cut your yarn, leave just like you did on the other side a little bit of a tail end so you can sew it on the basket a little easier. There you go. And I forgot to give you the count on this side. I'm just going to count the loops that I have right there. Doesn't really matter which side I pick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 29. Somewhere between 29 and 30 will be fine. Or longer. You can give it a little stretch too, which makes it longer. It is just all up to you. What you need to do now is weave the yarn tail through your darning needle and find the place where we just started our new round, which is about here. Yeah? Then hold this one against it. This is the place where I want it. Then go through the basket. Sorry. And then go through the basket. Don't go through a stitch, but go through an opening that you find. Hold it down, then go through here, and then go through the cord. There you go. And then stitch it onto your work. This might be hard. Alright, so with a few stitches I attached it onto this side, and now I'm going to weave in the end at the inside. Not working on the inside of our basket. Now we need to sew this one on the other side. we have 42 stitches, so 21 stitches on one side and 21 stitches on the other side. The handle goes over stitch number 1 and stitch number 2. So if you deduct that from your 21, you should have 19 stitches in between before you attach it to the other side. Okay, let me count that for you. So here are the 2 stitches where the handle is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. This is number 20 and 21. And then I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And this one lays over number 20 and 21. Okay. Then be sure that you do not twist the handle. Where's my stitch marker? I'm going to place the stitch marker into the, there you go, take the needle out, and then we're going to attach it just like we did on the other side. There you go, just with a few stitches. And then weave in the yarn end. And this is what they look like. I love them. I love them. I love them. I fill this one up with little balls of yarn, and I'm going to fill this one up with the chocolate Easter eggs that I have downstairs. But feel free to use them just like you want to. I was able to fit 7 of these little cute balls of yarn. De scheepjes katona, these 100% cotton yarn of a Dutch brand yarn, 10 grams, 25 meters. Love it. I love this. I love these cute little balls of yarn. I do hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're going to make them, please do not forget to credit me on, for example, Instagram, Twitter, or on our Facebook group, Made by Siem Headquarters. You're more than welcome to join us. The main language in the group is Dutch, but luckily the Facebook does the translation for you guys. So feel free to join us, and you're more than welcome. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy watching this video. I'm going to put the link to the Romanian cord for the keychain at the end of this video, so you can have a look at that one, or the main list with all my English tutorials. Maybe there will be something in between all the videos that I have in English already that you like as well. So if you're going to have a look, or if you're going to make another basket, I would like to say, please enjoy. Bye for now. I decided to go for this blah blah. You already did the chain one. We're going to replace the, okay, I have loop maar Len, want ik ben nog aan het filmen. And if you think that I crochet a little too fast for you, then please go to the options, to the settings of the video, and you can push the button so the video goes a little slower. And in this stitch we will yeah, I just looked it up and I already forgot the name for it. Hang on. Translate.google.com. The Dutch word is hangsel. There you go. Alright, at the very end, as of this point, I do have 41 half your a little fire next to it. Dutch word. Dutch word is vlam. Flame. Okay. Yay! And this is what it. Yay! And this is what the two little baskets. It's a word that is hard to pronounce. Baskets. So I named them the little Lana'S Easter bags, Easter baskets, I think. But so use them like you want to. I hope you did enjoy watching this video.